making sure that if you're going to make something and put it out, that it is how you want it to be.
I've definitely felt it have an impact on my life.
Everyone's kind of looking around like, we don't really know how the hell we got.
The One Direction members came together under heartbreaking circumstances, the funeral of Liam Payne. After years of making fans smile and celebrate, they now stood united in grief, bidding farewell to one of their own. The day was intended to be one of mourning, healing, and privately honoring their friend. However, it was marred by an invasive leak that turned their sacred moment into a spectacle, courtesy of TMZ. Somehow, footage from the funeral was made public, and instead of allowing the world to respect their grief, the outlet sensationalized it for headlines. Harry Styles, known for fiercely protecting his own privacy and that of others, was particularly outraged. Sources close to the singer revealed that he was both heartbroken and furious, devastated that such a solemn occasion was exploited. His reaction was shared by fans and observers alike. After all, moments like these should never be reduced to gossip fodder. Liam's untimely passing had profoundly affected the group, with Niall Horan, Lewis Tomlinson, Zayn Malik, and Harry coming together to support each other as brothers do. But the intrusion of cameras and the media's manipulation of their emotions for clickbait was something none of them could have anticipated. Insiders noted that Harry, who rarely expresses anger publicly, made his feelings known this time, demonstrating just how deeply the invasion of privacy had wounded him. The group as a whole felt blindsided, and Harry's response underscored how much this betrayal of trust and decency hurt. This incident serves as a stark reminder that, despite their global fame, moments of profound grief and loss should not be treated as entertainment. Fans have rallied behind the group, calling for respect and dignity during such a vulnerable time. The backlash against TMZ has been swift and intense, with the publication facing widespread condemnation for its handling of Liam's passing. TMZ's actions crossed an ethical boundary, publishing unauthorized images of Liam that fans described as deeply invasive and morbid. Social media erupted in outrage, with devastated fans accusing the outlet of exploiting Liam's death for profit while violating the privacy and dignity of his memory. This wasn't just another paparazzi incident, it was a blatant display of insensitivity that shocked both fans and public figures. The backlash wasn't limited to fans. Celebrities and commentators criticized TMZ for what they deemed a prime example of tabloid culture's darker side. The general sentiment was clear. Certain moments, especially those involving grief and loss, should remain sacred regardless of the celebrity status of those involved. This incident has reignited a broader conversation about ethics in entertainment journalism. At what point does the public's right to know end and basic human decency begin? Fans of Liam and One Direction have vowed not to let this issue fade quietly, demanding accountability from TMZ and advocating for changes in how the media covers moments of tragedy. This deeply troubling episode highlights the need for a reassessment of journalistic boundaries, as well as a collective effort to ensure that privacy and respect are upheld, even in the lives of public figures. Tattoos were used to confirm reports of Liam Payne's tragic death, as reported by TMZ. According to the outlet, Liam fell from a balcony at the Casa Sur Hotel in Buenos Aires, Argentina, a devastating event that has left fans and loved ones in shock. However, instead of handling the tragedy with sensitivity, TMZ chose to include graphic and unnecessary details, sparking widespread outrage. One of the published images reportedly showed a police tent set up over Liam's body on the wooden deck of the hotel, surrounded by tables and chairs. The article went further, pointing out specific details of his tattoos, stating, "We're not showing the whole body, but you can clearly see his tattoo, a clock on his left forearm and a scorpion on his abdomen." This phrasing was criticized as cold and lacking compassion, leaving readers horrified at the invasive nature of the report. Fans were quick to call out the publication for its insensitivity, accusing TMZ of prioritizing sensationalism over basic human decency. Sharing such invasive photos during a time of profound loss felt to many like a betrayal of Liam's memory and a disrespectful intrusion into what should have been a private moment for his family, friends and supporters. As one fan expressed, TMZ posting part of a photo of Liam Payne's dead body in an article announcing his death is beyond deplorable. I can't tell if society has always been this morally decrepit or if it's just getting worse. Another commented, Liam Payne literally has a child and TMZ is posting pictures of his dead body online. Money-hungry vultures. The decision to share these details and images has reignited debates surrounding the ethics of tabloid journalism. Many fans and public figures have called for stricter regulations to prevent such blatant exploitation of grief. Amid the mounting backlash, TMZ swiftly removed the photos from its article after receiving intense criticism online. However, the damage was already done, with many branding the outlet's actions as disgraceful and demanding accountability. Social media was flooded with calls for respect and compassion as fans and celebrities alike condemned TMZ's approach. Former X Factor contestant Ryland Clark was one of the first to speak out, taking to X Factor contestant Ryland Clark to express his disgust. TMZ, shame on you, disgrace. His words echoed the anger felt by many. Similarly, pop star Alessia Cara didn't hold back, tweeting, "You're gross" at TMZ, a sentiment that resonated widely, amplifying the collective demand for better standards in media coverage. This incident has underscored the ongoing need for a reevaluation of journalistic ethics, particularly when it comes to sensitive moments like death and loss. The exploitation of such tragedies for clicks is not just harmful, but deeply disrespectful, and fans are now calling for lasting changes to ensure that no one's grief is treated as mere entertainment again. The public outrage over TMZ's handling of Liam Payne's passing was not only about the graphic photos they published, but also the sheer disrespect shown toward Liam, his family, and the millions mourning his tragic loss. While TMZ eventually deleted the photos, the damage had already been done, leaving fans furious and reigniting debates about the morality, or lack thereof, of tabloid journalism. For many, it served as a harsh reminder of how far media outlets will go to chase a story, regardless of the devastating impact on those involved. Adding to the wave of public indignation, a British Airways flight attendant is now under fire for an insensitive comment about the transportation of Liam Payne's remains. The late singer, who tragically passed away at 31 after falling from a hotel balcony in Buenos Aires on October 16, 2024, was being flown back to Britain on November 6, 2024. His death, caused by severe injuries and catastrophic hemorrhage, left fans, friends, and family reeling. Yet instead of respecting the solemn nature of the situation, the flight attendant reportedly made an inappropriate social media post. The attendant's post read, "Just been told we're carrying a coffin with us today." She then added, "To then find out it's Liam Payne's body and his family are on our flight too. Heartbreaking." While her acknowledgement of the emotional weight of the situation might have been well-meaning, critics were quick to condemn her for sharing such private and painful information as content for likes and attention. The backlash was immediate and fierce, with many labeling her remarks as insensitive and unprofessional. Fans and the public pointed out that revealing details about Liam's final journey and the presence of his grieving family on the flight was an unacceptable breach of privacy. The incident raised serious concerns about the professionalism and ethics of sharing sensitive information from the workplace, especially during such a deeply personal and heartbreaking event. This controversy has sparked a broader conversation about boundaries in the digital age, where social media often blurs the lines between personal expression and public responsibility. Moments like this highlight the need for greater awareness and empathy. For those mourning Liam's passing, turning his final journey into an online anecdote only added to their grief. According to The Sun, the flight attendant's actions violated strict airline regulations, leading to her suspension from duties at British Airways. A source alleged that this stewardess cares more for her social media following than her job. She has been brought to the attention of bosses due to previous posts. It is a serious data breach, not to mention a callous and heartless move to reveal details of Liam's final journey for the sake of likes. A British Airways spokesperson stated, "We are investigating this matter, so it would be inappropriate to comment further." Liam Payne, the beloved Wolverhampton-born star, was laid to rest earlier this week in a heartfelt ceremony, surrounded by his loved ones. As fans and friends continue to mourn his loss, incidents like this serve as a sobering reminder of the importance of respecting privacy and dignity, even in the face of fame. As we have all learned past decades, Facebook has led the way in managing multiple issues, such as the mass extinction of songbirds. Buckinghamshire became the setting for a poignant farewell to former One Direction member Liam Payne. Close to the area where he grew up, Liam's funeral service was held in a picturesque church in Amersham. Surrounded by friends, family, and former colleagues, the service served as both a tribute to Liam's generous heart and a chance to grieve an unimaginable loss. According to The Mirror, Liam's grief-stricken parents, Karen and Jeff, were joined by his sisters Ruth and Nicola, and Cheryl Tweedy, his ex-girlfriend, and the mother of his son, Bear. The ceremony was marked by heartfelt tributes, with those who knew Liam sharing memories of his warmth, humor, and unshakable kindness, qualities that left an enduring impression on everyone he encountered. A particularly moving moment came when Liam's former One Direction bandmates, Harry Styles, Niall Moran, Louise Tomlinson, and Zayn Malik, stood together, shoulder to shoulder, visibly grieving. Witnesses described how the group exchanged quiet words, comforting hugs, and leaned on one another as they said goodbye to their brother in music. Their bond, forged over years of shared experiences, was evident in their solidarity during this heartbreaking moment. Also in attendance was Simon Cowell, the mentor who guided Liam in One Direction to international stardom during their rise on The X Factor. A witness noted that Simon appeared deeply affected by the tragedy, offering support to Liam's loved ones in their time of sorrow. The weight of the tragedy hung heavy in the air, but the service also celebrated Liam's legacy, a life filled with music, love, and unforgettable memories.